Hello, my name is Feng Chen, and I am presenting my capstone project for D038. My action research topic focused on why teachers need to be given the resources and strategies to effectively manage behavior to handle students with ADHD. The problem is that teachers in my school are using the same strategies for all students rather than individualizing their approach based on strategies that would be more effective for students with ADHD. My action research project will focus on how participating in professional development impacts teachers' knowledge of behavior management for students with ADHD. The design I use, the research design I use, is called quantitative action research. The sample size that was studied in this action research was 3 individuals. All roles served were teachers at ABC Charter. The data collection procedures that I use were focused on using a pre and post survey. So the pre survey was emailed out 1 week before the professional development, and the post survey was emailed out 1 week after the professional development. The way that I used this data was to see and take a look at what the ratings were from how confident, how able, and what type of knowledge teachers had about behavior management strategies for students with ADHD. So for example, taking a look at the pre-survey, I asked teachers to use a rating scale from 1 to 5 to rate themselves on their agreeability for about certain statements. And I'll give an example of a statement below, but the results and the conclusions of the study were pretty astounding. The results of the study showed that teachers gained more knowledge in terms of behavior management skills in the classroom for students with ADHD after the intervention of a professional development. So for chart 1, you can see the teachers in the pre-survey scored pretty low in the beginning and did not have a good understanding for the statement in the beginning, or for the understanding of ADHD in the very beginning. They gave the rating at a 2.6, and their confidence level of being able to implement any behavior management strategies for students with ADHD was at a 2. So this was in complete contrast with after having the professional development. The same question gained at least 2 points, and so what this shows right here is a 2.6, which is a really low, meaning 1 strongly disagree, 2 disagree, 3 neutral, 4 agree, and 5 for strongly disagree. And so for number 1 and number 6, which I'm really looking at, their understanding of the ADHD and their implementing, or their confidence in being able to implement behavior strategies for ADHD, were very low, and really marked in the disagree section. Meanwhile, after the intervention, you have a 5, or you have 4s, high 4s for both these categories and all these other categories as well. And so you see there's a large increase, and that really is something that I think shows a positive correlation between what the professional development and their knowledge gained. So what are the limitations, though? Due to unforeseen events, the day of the scheduled professional development for the initial 18 teachers got overlooked by administration, and only 3 teachers ended up being able to partake in the study. So all the 3 teachers that were part of the study were also newer teachers, showing that the effects of the professional development were only for new teachers, and didn't involve data and excluded older teachers or seasoned teachers type of gains that perhaps could have been. The implications of the action research project, looking over the key methodological elements of the study, we see that more work needs to be done in the summative data collection process, particularly like what I've mentioned in retaining the number of participants who are able to provide answers for the post survey. And how will I apply the knowledge gained to use for future professional contexts? Looking over, just like I said, looking over this part, just thinking about how there could be more participants for the future. But also, additionally, just looking at how teachers could really benefit from this being an ongoing professional development instead of what was in this action research, which was just a singular professional development about this topic. But I imagine that this would be a great opportunity to focus on this, because it is a big issue in the school about behavior management and students with certain disabilities that don't get enough attention. And so if it's an ongoing professional development, it could really help change a lot of pedagogy. And so I think for the future that would be something that would be really useful. And as you can see, there was already a lot of benefit just from one professional development. That is all, and I appreciate you for listening, and thank you for your time.